Iron Man. Here you go, questions coming. Oh my God, Iron Man is my everything.
I did not expect it. I really didn't expect it. Yo, what's going on, everybody? I'm comedian Trai Love, and you're watching Life is Hard.
Laugh it off.
Here we discuss real issues and we try to make hard times lighter with a little comedy and laughter. And of course, I have the rest of the crew with me. To my left, my best friend, your best friend, everybody's best friend, comedian Sally Lebig.
Hey everybody, I'm so excited. It's gonna be a good one today. I almost thought about growing my mustache out for my boy over here. Yeah, we're gonna do it
I
today.
hope not. Please don't ever let that be a thing.
And to my far right, comedian, painter, artist, El Salvador's blessed son, Enrique Chacon.
Yo, a.k.a. Lil Essay, a.k.a. Tres Leches. Yeah, thank y'all so much. Sweetness, Tres Leches cakes.
What?
Tres Leches.
Is that your rap name? Are you coming out with an album?
Oh, I was,
Name me an NBC sitcom where a comedian had a dumbass nickname.
I don't know, man. I don't know. The
The
FBC.
first, baby.
Orange is the new black.
The first to do it.
I'm just saying, I just want
Piper.
comedians be your name. That's all I'm saying.
Chacon. Enrique Chacon, ladies and gentlemen.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, I can see that coming to CBS,
Yeah.
not
Right.
Tres Leches.
I'm a fat boy at
and
heart, man.
Wow. Our special guest has his own podcast, Riffin' with Griffin. You may recognize him from Comedy Central's Workaholics or Showtime's I'm Dying Up Here. And he just starred in a very funny Netflix movie, Murder Mystery. Today, your Laff It Off crew is riffing with Mr. Erik Griffin.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thanks
Getting
for
me here
coming
early.
Up wide and early, man. We can actually hear. Well, folks,
comedian early.
Sunny.
Comedian
Yeah.
early is like 10
Right.
a.m. is like,
late nights.
yeah, this is like 2 p.m. for me, right? Or no, like other ways, 5 a.m. And I'm from LA, so this is really early.
Yeah.
But we're here. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do this thing. Let's do this
Thank
thing.
you.
You know what? It was a question that I wanted to ask you.
Oh,
our
right off
first
the bat,
topic.
we going.
Yes. Hey, look, I just tried to
Got
get
your
right
question
into it.
right off the bat.
We know what we want.
Racism, go.
Hey, I love the podcast. I watch it all the time.
Oh, I appreciate
and it was
that.
a question. I've been wanting to ask this for so long.
Mm-hmm.
What attracts women more, good looks or a good sense of humor?
I don't know. I think it's like, you know what I mean? Like, I think it's a combo. I think. I mean, I've been with some attractive women, and I know it's not. It's just whatever they're into.
Mm-hmm.
Like my recent ex-girlfriend. When you get with a girl, you should always see who they dated before you.
That's a good tip.
Because then it gives you a sense. First, I want to see their dad. Show me a picture of your dad, and I want to see like the last 3 or 4 boyfriends, because then you can get a sense of like, oh, you have a type. You know what I mean?
Right.
So if I look at my ex-girlfriend's, pictures of the other boyfriends, and I see a couple of chunky dudes, I'm like, oh, you got a type.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, you got, but if it was like all pretty boys, I would be like, what's going on right now? You know what I mean? Like, why are we talking right now? You know what I mean?
right. Yeah.
But like, I don't know. So for me, obviously, it's a lot of sense of humor. I think confidence. I think the things women are attracted to are different than the things men are attracted to.
Absolutely.
I think the top 5 things men like about women, are so like those things are not even on our list. You know what I mean? Like I've never thought like, ooh, I want a chick with a good sense of humor. That's not, you know what I mean? I don't mind it,
I like a
but it's not in my top 5.
I want to
think about something else.
Yeah, it's not in my top 5. So
really
it depends
silly.
on the person. You know what I mean? But I think that
Yeah.
all men have a certain thing of like, like I think women are attracted to success, to confidence,
Yes.
to like, right? You know,
Yes.
you're a resident woman.
That's true.
I don't want to speak for
Yeah.
women. I'm just saying, it's
Just
it's
what you
funny.
know.
I was having this
Thanks.
discussion in LA with some comics in the hallway at the Comedy Store about how it's like for comedy, it's like funny how femininity has to be hidden, disguised. It's something that distracts people from, what's going on. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Can you curse on this? I don't know if like.
Yeah, we passed the
ahead.
2-minute mark. Okay, we can curse now.
Okay, I
we
wasn't
can
sure.
fucking
Okay, but I'm just
curse,
saying,
yeah.
like if a female comic has big old titties, right?
Yeah.
It's like if it's not addressed, It's like
The elephant in the room.
yeah. Everybody's like, whoa, like so. You see a lot of female comics dressed down. They wearing jeans. They looking like a tomboy because if they express their femininity as if that makes people uncomfortable. But like masculinity on stage is like it lends itself to, what's happening on the experience.
Right.
Because that's why, if a male comic's up there and he's dressed a certain way, he's expressing that, you can see the women in the crowd react to that. You know what I mean? Like one of my good buddies is Chris D'Elia, and women love that dude. And he's not dressing down or changing. Like he's not hiding his masculinity. It lends itself to like what's happening on stage. So it's just so anyway. To answer your question, I'm saying like it just depends. It just depends on what you're coming across. I always say this is what comedy's supposed to look like. It's not supposed to be cute. Damn it.
Yeah.
So you're gonna be all right.
You think so? If my good looks really like, I don't even think I'm that good looking compared to
You don't get
Cali
the joke.
people.
You're not.
Damn,
He
that's
said it.
too funny.
I didn't.
To the chest.
But anyway,
Yes.
long-winded answer.
Enrique,
Yeah, man.
what you think?
All right, what I think good looks gets you enough. Like it gets you laid. Good looks gets you laid enough, but it's not a working relationship. Once you have good looks, eventually in 2 months it's gonna be over.
I think good looks get you in the door. I think good-looking people get more chances.
Right.
They get more chances, but they don't always get to stay.
Yeah.
Get a second.
But it
date.
also when you're young too, like if you think of like I don't know how old you are, but I'm just saying, just imagine when you were 22, the choices you made compared to like as you get older. You know what I mean? I always say 28, 29, 30. I think that's when. And by the way too, we can't lump all women in the same thing.
Absolutely.
Because it's like, first of all, like I can't stand seeing like, less attractive women complaining about certain things. It's like it's like yo, you not getting objectified like this other group over here. Okay.
Let me set the record straight before you put a 2-minute post up, a whole page on something you don't even need to be involved
Yeah, I'm
with.
saying it's different. So if you have like this really attractive 24-year-old, maybe she likes the attention. Maybe she likes being a certain way. She likes. This is why I'm sexy. I want people to notice it, and that's what she's putting that out there. I think women like that, they turn 29, 30, then they start to say like, damn, I'm tired of everybody trying to fuck me.
Right.
Yeah.
They're like, I'm tired of this attention. But then there's other ones like maybe they never get the attention and they jealous of the people that do get attention, or maybe it's people. Everybody's different. I'm just saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
My whole thing is like, this is me, okay? Why? Because I'm trying to impress people. So if I'm trying to impress you, I'm gonna look my best. And when I go on stage, like I have to like address like how you were saying, like girls with big boobs or whatever. My whole thing is like, women, don't come after the show to fight me because I made your man happy and laughing and he come shook my hand after the show. I'm not here for him. I'm here for you. Okay, I'm trying to be your friend, so calm down. But it's really happened. I get death threats. For real. I'm scary. Okay, I'm like, no. Like, it's not like that. Like, I'm here to make people laugh, and I'm in character. I'm having fun. I'm doing my set. And then after the show, like, guys will come up to me, and it's hard as a, female comedian to be out here at night, and they're like, well, what you doing at night? Like, looking like that. I'm like, to do my passion, make people laugh, not to, like, get in bed with you. Like, calm down.
Yeah.
Lord, so, I'm confessing.
And it is a
Sounds like a
weird,
black clothes.
I'm just saying it is a weird, like, assumption that, like, men just like to make. It's like, it's like, especially like on internet, you see a girl, if like 5 of her first 10 pictures are bikini pictures and sexy shots, I don't know why we had this assumption that, that means she down to fuck. Look at that,
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just like, that's just, maybe she just likes how her body looks, It's just the thing about like how we think. Like men and women just do not think the same, and we and guys, we just have to. Okay, I remember I was having this talk with this female friend of mine. She had a breast enhancement, and so now she's all like, I just want to get rid of these because I'm, she's like, I'm just. She said this, I'm tired of the attention. So then, like as a guy, your thought process is like, well, isn't that why you got them? And that's what you think, right? But let me tell you what she said to me. She was like, no, that's not why I got them. I wanted to feel like a woman. She said, I just want to feel like, you know,
Really?
when you're a woman.
Is that a thing?
Yes. That's what
When
I'm
we
trying to tell
look
you.
good and we go out and we have a blast, it's not to F you.
Yeah.
It's for us to have a good time.
It was such an
You feel
awakening.
good.
It was such an awakening for me
shit.
because she had very small breasts.
Yeah.
So she was like, and having like when you think of, if you had to think of like what makes a woman, you know, breasts are like one of the, you know, top two.
And how you look
It's
at
the
pictures
top
for
two.
yourself and how you feel.
So it really changed my whole perspective. I was like, oh, that wouldn't even be something I would even think about as why you did that. Because I had the male opinion like, well, you got these titties, everybody can look at them, right? Don't you want this attention? And I was like, okay. So it changed my whole like, all right, I don't want to think like that again. But, you know, it's just a natural thing. You know, it's like we just don't think the same. Because look at your reaction. You were already
How old was I when I found out? I was 42 years old.
Yeah.
Today, right now, on this podcast.
I was thinking you dress for attention. That you want attention.
Oh my God.
Well, okay.
You want somebody to come and
let's flip
hit
that
on
real
you.
quick.
You know, like
When we dress up, guys, what are we dressing up for? When we going out with our boys, or we single, we going out. What are we dressing?
What y'all dressing
like,
up
what
for?
is she
To get
looking
some?
for? You know, it's
Yeah,
like
we dressing up to attract women, right?
I know, but here's the thing, though. It's like, again, it's totally different because in my experience, women don't dress up for us. They dressing up for each other. They're dressing up to be like, you know, like,
Girl, I like what you got on. Ooh, where you
Yeah,
getting
yeah.
that?
So,
And we stand on each other.
you know.
What?
you just gotta like show off, like if you go to
Yeah.
Forever 21 or if she's shopping at Ross or Target, like you just like a
Wherever
power
group
move.
I'm going, like right now I'm hanging out with my friend after this, and she's Hispanic, so I did my hair real curly for her, and I did this so I can like really impress her, so she can be like, oh, I like what you did with your hair, because she has curly hair, so I did for her is what I'm saying.
I mean, there's this portion of it where it's like they want to look good because you want attention. You know what I mean? That's why you all walk a certain way. You're like, of course, every woman wants the
feel
attention.
good.
It's like
Wants a certain amount of it. Listen, women get to that. There's an age range where women love attention. It's like 18 to 95. You know what I mean? They just
95. Hey.
that's that attention. But you know, everybody likes a
All
certain amount of
ladies do
attention. But
love
like,
attention.
unfortunately, that attention is also going to come with
Negative.
Yeah, it's gonna come with like what men. Like we like what you look like because we're primal beings. We love sexual energy is like always there, but we just have to learn how to like curb it, control it.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
go
Not
way
for
too
sex.
Because women feel uncomfortable, so it's like what a balance it must be for women. Like I want to look sexy and feel sexy, but I also don't want to have to like fend off like perverts.
Yes. Hey, with the whole Aisha Curry thing, like dudes now, because
testosterone
Aisha
needs to
Curry
go
wanted to
somewhere.
be hit on when she's married, and I'm married, so now dudes are loving it, and they're like, Aisha Curry loved that attention when she's married, so you want it, you want this attention, and I'm like,
That was crazy though. That was crazy thing to say.
Yeah.
Absolutely crazy thing to say. I know, but and outwardly, Steph Curry was like, "Oh, my wife," but I'm sure closed doors, he was like, "Don't you ever say some shit like that? What's wrong with you?" You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You think anybody would know who the hell? I don't know what her maiden name was. Nobody cares. Your name say Curry now.
Yeah, you got all what you need right here.
You know what I mean? Aisha Johnson or whatever the fuck her name was before that. Go get your attention, okay? That was crazy.
That's a in the car conversation to have,
But see, here's the thing. This is what I think. Here's what the issue is, and this is a problem I particularly have myself. Fame, fortune, confidence, all this kind of stuff. It is high on the list as opposed to like we like to think that beautiful women get everything, and we think that's the thing. It's not the case. The top of the food chain is handsome, successful man. Okay,
right?
And you don't even need to have all three of those. So the problem with her is like she's a beautiful woman, but you out with Steph Curry. No one gives a fuck.
Right.
They just don't. Like when you walk a place and nobody's going like, ooh, who's that hot chick? No, they're going like, damn, look at that basketball player with all that money and all that.
Who is
That's the
Curry?
top
Who is
percent.
Steph Curry with? She is looking
Yeah, you
good.
see what you just said?
Yeah.
You see what you started with?
What did he do?
Who is Steph Curry with?
Yeah.
That's always what it's gonna be.
I know her.
Because you think, you know why you saying that too? Because you like, who is she to get him? That's what
Steph Curry
that's
has
what that whole
status.
step
Yes.
is. So anyway, so like when you go like I had this problem with my ex-girlfriend was like it was like, because my ex-girlfriend was very beautiful. She was she was a runway model. Okay, so it's like that comes with like beautiful women love that. They're just like, okay, oh my god, people buying drinks and all that kind of stuff. But when I come into the thing, people are like, oh man, what's up, the dude from Workaholics? Boom, 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 and it's kind of like a mind fuck, when you're like really beautiful and then people are giving me attention. Yeah, you're just kind of like, what is going on? And I'm just like, sorry. You know what I mean?
Can I ask my question now?
Sorry, this is what happens.
Oh, I had a question to ask. Is this what you asked? No.
Bring up the next topic.
Yeah, so the next topic. Have you?
Okay. I was like ready.
Have y'all ever taken advantage of your racially ambiguous attributes?
What do you mean taking advantage?
Yeah, taking advantage. So if you don't know, like, if people don't know where you're from, have you ever taken advantage? For example, me being Hispanic from El Salvador, if I'm hanging out with a bunch of Mexicans, I'm not gonna say I'm El Salvadoran. I'm just gonna roll with it, at least for a minute.
Well, I mean, I feel like it's being multi-ethnic is the only place it's not good is prison, because I wouldn't know I don't know what gang to join. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I would ask like who's primary around here.
That's what I'm saying. Who's in charge?
Yeah. Then yes, I will take advantage of that.
So if it's the Latinos, I'm in there like, but if not, I'm like,
aquí es tu casa.
Yeah, so it just. I mean, it is what it is. I don't like to talk about it. I don't like to say in particular because, like, I used to have a joke about this. People want to know what you are so they can know how to hate you.
Good point. Very good point. So. I know, Sally, you have some crazy stories.
So I have like a familiar face. I look like everybody's cousin. Like someone always, you look like da 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 da. Oh yeah, okay. And then races. Oh, you look Puerto Rican. You look Indian. You look this. You look that. I roll with it because I don't want to argue with them. And I'm like, it's cool. Like, I don't even care. To me, like, I'm just so free. And on my, y'all gonna really think I'm weird. But my foundation palette on my dresser is all the shades. So I changed my foundation to like who I'm hanging out with. So yeah, I take advantage of that. I'm like cool to be.
Does it say like Mexican?
I was
Starbucks. When I go to Starbucks, I wear this.
It says white bitch on the
When I go to a reggae dance hall, I wear this.
So you take full advantage.
Yeah, I'm very multicultural. I'm down with everybody, every ethnicity. I like to try all foods. I'll try your dances. I don't care. I'm all about it.
I mean, it's hard to like
ask.
No, but it's hard to like really. How do you associate yourself with one particular thing in this day and age? I mean,
we're a melting pot.
Yeah,
as it is.
It's hard to really. Especially a place like Houston. Yeah, right.
Yeah, you want to know somebody's race though, just so you can understand the root of the person, like their upbringing,
the culture.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like, how do you even know that that's the root of somebody's culture just because they say that? Because even to say like black, what does that mean? It's like, you got country black, you got city black, you got ghetto black, you got people that you got suburb black. Yeah. So it's like, even just to say that, you could be like, oh, I understand you now because you told me that. I don't think so. There's people I'm sure from El Salvador that have never been to El Salvador. Stop claiming a place you've never been just because your grandma's cooking tamales in the kitchen. Yeah. All of a sudden you like, oh, I'm cultural. I'm all about the culture. No, you're not. You just got back from the mall.
Yeah, I know some Hispanics that don't speak Spanish.
What I'm saying. So it's like, just what I'm saying is knowing that does not mean that you know the person. That's all I'm saying.
But you done that a couple of times to get out of tickets, right?
Oh yeah, I do anything and everything. Yeah, whatever race there are, that's what I am. Yeah, I'm totally all about that. Like at a restaurant, if I'm in a Mexican restaurant, más salsa, por favor. Oh, gracias, mucho bueno. I roll with it, and they give me the best service ever. Best service ever.
Race ain't gonna be such a big deal. Yeah, as times change.
You'd like to think, right?
Yeah,
right. It doesn't seem like that in this day and age.
And you really call me out internally because I feel like every time I go to a Persian restaurant, I be claiming my race so hard, and I just ate Persian food. That's my culture. I never been to Iran, and I'm sitting here doing what you said. So I'm gonna have to watch my post on that one. Yeah.
Oh, is that where you're from?
My mom's Iranian.
Yeah. See, I wouldn't have even known that.
Yeah, because I don't wear Mexican look today.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying though. It's like like I'm saying, but this is a great example of that. And the thing about it is, like, for black people especially, it's like, it's so far removed from like whatever the culture is. A new culture has been created. That's what I'm saying. You got people from the South, people from New Orleans are different. Like that Southern Houston is totally different from Southern. From people from New Orleans and Florida. Right. Black people from Florida. I mean, it's like there's a whole spectrum of things.
Yep, and we know too when we meet them, like, oh, you from up north, aren't you?
Right.
You can tell what part of town.
But we have all different dialects, even of English in the United States. People from Boston, people from New York. Everybody has a different way of speaking, a different vernacular.
Yeah.
So like that's what I'm saying. You got to think beyond just being like, well, once I know somebody is this, that means I understand them better. You don't know. Do they have mother and father in the house? Or are they a single child? They got family?
A lot of us are mixed.
So I don't know. Yeah. It's a weird thing.
Yeah, you had a question.
Okay, so my question was, have you ever hit on a girl back in the day that you really, really liked and she wasn't into you, but then now she sees what you doing?
Oh, well, but all of y'all are like that.
Look at me calling me out.
Yeah. You all are like that. Yeah. You know how many times I've gotten so many emails like, hey, Erik, oh my God, I just saw you on I haven't seen you in so long. Like, bye.
Oh, where did you see me? I'm like, episode. Oh, okay.
I'm like, you 34 now. Bye.
I can get now. Thank you.
You should be put down now. No, that just happens a lot. I get that.
Oh, fuck.
No, but you got to be like, no, but here's the thing about that. This is what I'm saying is like, we have to understand. I don't ever see. I'm at a stage now where I know I'm the prize.
Oh, get them.
So I don't really care. Like before, we all like if you're a comic, you're insecure. You live in insecurity. We've been insecure our whole lives. You know what I mean? So even when you're young, you're insecure. And I'm the kind of like, I'm not a traditionally handsome dude, so I'm not gonna be the one that they're gonna be like, well, damn, But I know this: if you talk to me for 10 minutes, you're gonna feel like that. So that's why I just wait. I feel like I'm like an Ethiopian restaurant.
Yeah,
okay, not everybody likes Ethiopian food, but the restaurant's open. I'm gonna wait for people to come in, and the food's gonna be good.
We feel you. We feel you. Us right here. Yeah. Hey,
but all the dudes in this room should feel me. I'm just saying, you just have to have your own swag and that kind of thing. So, but what I'm saying is, I don't begrudge young people. Like a chick that was 22, you're driven by your hormones, and you like visual stimulation, and that's just what it is. I mean, we always think. I remember I was watching a Steve Harvey show, and he had this great episode where it was like this single girl and these three guys up on it, and he was like, so he made the girls pick, who do you like, and they all picked what the guy they wanted to have sex with. That's just that, obviously it was like, oh, I like that guy. It was all visual.
Yeah.
Then he put the guys behind a curtain and had the women ask them questions.
Oh, yeah.
And the person that they picked was different from the person that they wanted to, And it's like, it's a mind fuck because, listen, like I'm saying, it's like when you're young, you're looking for that, And then you also think but then when you get older, you start to go, women, my experience, women start to go, oh, this guy, he's a provider, or this guy makes me feel special. This guy, just when you get older, more things become attractive to you.
Yeah, more things matter.
More things matter. That's all. It's just it just adds to it. The ones that are shallow, the ones that still, and it's the reason why handsome dudes, this is the reason why they're hard to lock down. Is because there's a plethora of women who are just throwing themselves at why would they settle for one?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Why?
I don't get that. Short, skinny, kind of cute, but I don't get that.
Oh, no.
At all. But you'd be surprised.
That like
it's
like, on me, like,
No, but look, I wait for the ones that if I always know when they got the chunky chasers, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can feel it, so then so you have that on top of being like, oh, I'm funny.
You're tall, though.
I'm tall. That's a big one, too.
They want some tall kids.
That's a big one, too. Especially, like, my ex-girlfriend, she's 6 foot.
Oh, and the taller women need a taller guy.
So what I'm saying is women start to have their equation, okay?
Yeah.
So, no, he don't look like Denzel, but I can look up at him.
Yes.
So it's like, but that's always the comparison. So it's like you have so let's say you have this handsome alpha male thing that they want, right?
Right.
And they start subtracting the things but as long as it it balances out. So he ain't handsome because basically the handsome dudes get to act however the hell they want.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I mean, I'm talking about they act like they acting a fool, right? Because it's like, well, he be dicking me down. You know, that's how they feel about it, right?
Yeah.
You know, and then it's like when you're young, you had this dumb thing in your brain. I feel like women had this dumb shit in their brain when they're young, where they're like, well, I mean, why would the universe make me feel so good when he's inside me? If it's not, if he's not the right one.
Yeah, nah.
Why would the universe make him? I trust him because he makes me feel good. That's like, that's just a dumb young girl shit that they figure out later. That they go, oh. I think, like I said, 29, 30s when women first start to recognize their bad choices.
Yes. And then it's crazy, like, and we talked about this on an episode to this day. I have to block ex-boyfriends because they're still into their looks and their six-packs, and they still send in dick pics and stuff they don't need to be sending. And it's because that's, like, their main thing to them because they get girls attracted to them. But they don't know when girls mature and they hit that level. It's like,
but they also do that because if it works 3 out of 10 times, we're going to continue to do it.
Shooting the shot.
30% is, that's Hall of Fame in baseball.
Yeah.
But they need to learn at some point women are going to mature and they're going to start wanting more than that. But they're still in that mentality.
But that's when we move on. I mean, there's a 22-year-old graduating from college every year.
Send it over there. They're going to forward it that way. Go ahead then.
I'm just saying, so you just have to, but again, you have to like realize like, you know, as you get older, you need conversation, you need like, you know, there's things that like you have to have compatibility. It's like, you know, the thing I keep saying is like, it's so hard to like tell somebody you can't just be worried about looks, right? But that's just what we do. But let me remind you that one conversation with somebody can totally ruin the looks. If it can be ruined that easily, it's not that important.
Yes. Those are good tips.
Yeah.
Yep. Hey, we learned something.
Yeah.
Griffin. Mr. Griffin. Go ahead, Enrique.
But to answer your question, though, yes, I have had numerous people hit me up.
Yeah.
You know, I love watching the patterns, you know, because it's unfortunately for men it's easier because, you know, from 25 to like 25 to 50 for men, the age range of women that we could go for, it still stays the same. You know what I mean? So I've seen women go from like 24, I'm hot, to 35 and single, trying to be like, hi, yeah, you trying to holler?
Yeah.
You trying to holler now?
Yeah.
Okay, no thank you, bye.
They're trying to shoot their shot. Why you mad at them? She was trying to shoot her shot.
No, but I say, no, my thing is you had your shot, remember? Remember, you had your shot, so I'm out.
Airball.
Yeah, Erik, the next question I was going to ask you, the first time you ever smoked weed?
I haven't smoked weed.
And you're in California and it's illegal?
No, I don't smoke weed.
I'm so jealous.
We were wondering. Like,
no, I'm not into like. But recently, I just like I'm not smoking a joint. I'm not because I don't like smoke. I don't like that shit.
Yeah.
I don't like cigarettes. And like the burning. That's not good. But I have started doing like CBD with some weed in it now, THC. I just recently started in the last year, but I'll do like 1/4, like 20%. I'm not gonna do 50-50 because that's like I just don't want to be high. Good. But I do like the CBD with some little bit of weed in it. It helps me sleep. You know, it's good for inflammation. I'm just like an older guy now, so I gotta like start thinking about my health and that kind of stuff.
When you were younger, you were never peer pressured into smoking, nothing like that.
Nobody can pressure me into doing anything.
You just had to stand up, like I'm not doing it.
I just was a guy. I was like, nah, because I always felt like I had an impulse control problem, even from when I was young. So I felt like if I do something, I'm gonna, that's why it's hard for like eating. I have to have portion control because if it's in front of me, I'll eat it.
Yeah.
So I'm always like, don't bring me a full rack of ribs because they're gonna be gone.
Yeah.
You know, bring me 6. You know what I mean?
Take one out.
Yeah, I'm just saying like that's what you have to do. So like that's why I'm like I just don't like how people but I don't like how people look when they're high and that kind of stuff. Like just all that like they think they're like they think they're so creative and all this kind of shit. Like it's like okay, the next day like what happened to that thing you created? They probably read it in the morning like this was I thought that was good. So I'm not really I don't hate on anybody that does whatever they do. Right. Just do it. Just everything should be within moderation.
Right.
For sure. Right. Yeah.
And I wanted to ask you, what do you enjoy more, acting or stand-up comedy?
Man, I get that question a lot. They're both great. They have their qualities. I mean, when stand-up comedy is great because it's me, it's my thing.
Yeah.
It's my conversation with the crowd. It's created by me, you know. But the acting's great too because it's like this great collaboration of so many people to create this piece of work. You just don't have as much control over it because it has to do with the editing and the lighting and the sound and, you know, all that stuff. But I like them both, you know. But if I had to choose, I'd pick stand-up.
Stand-up.
Yeah. If I had to choose. Gun to my head, you know what I mean?
Right.
I'd pick stand-up.
That's what's up, bro. Hey, Sally, tell the people where to find you. What you got going on?
Hey, you guys. So, I had a comedy show last week. Please follow me on Instagram at Sally Lebig and on Facebook. On Amazon, you'll catch my book series, Laughing My Struggles Off. And I had such a
like
great time.
that.
Holla.
Yeah.
Laughing my struggles off. I like that.
Thank you.
I'm Enrique Chacón. You can find me at What Chacon Do on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Tuesday, I'm at the Secret Group. I'll be doing some Death by Karaoke, then stand-up comedy, then more karaoke. So
That's what's up.
that's what's up.
Sounds fun. And you killed the rep room last night, dude.
It was all right.
Houston loves you. Houston loves you. I know you have
Everything in
another-
moderation.
I know you have another show coming up with at White Oak Music Hall,
White
8
Oak.
p.m.
Is this going to come out today?
Yeah, we're going to do it. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So tonight, Whitehall Music Hall, 8 o'clock. Make sure you come out to there. Go to ericgriffin.com. I got a link to the tickets there. My podcast, Riffin with Griffin. I'm at Erik Griffin on most things, and that's with a K, E-R-I-K, Griffin.
Great.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
guys, look, you can find me on Facebook, YouTube, Trai Love, Trai Love. On Twitter, it's Trai Love and the number 5. Look me up, be on there talking about a bunch of crazy stuff. I'd like to send a quick shout out to Comedy Hub Houston. What's going on, Eddie? Rick came in bringing
Avilés. We're not going to roast him this time.
Yeah,
we're going to be
not-
nice this time.
Well, I don't know if we should because I was listening to his playlist in the car. He got.
Oh, missed it by that much.
Yeah, he said.
We had Celine
he said,
Dion on.
"Oh, I'm a sensitive man."
Celine Dion for real, dude. Wow.
He in the car.
At 10 in the morning.
Yeah, it's like, what are you doing? But you know, the problem is you get in this car and you get busted. He's like, oh shit, I gotta turn this. He trying to turn it to Biggie, like, you know I like.
My girl was using my car last night. My girl had me
Yeah,
home.
there you go.
Really? But isn't that your phone? Isn't that? It's not CDs.
Oh man! Thanks for the production company, WWillRock, VPT, and T's Country Kitchen for the beautiful catering, exclusive styles for the Laff It Off merchandise. Man, we don't have any shirts on today, but we got the cups. Should have that coming to you guys pretty soon. Hey guys, look, I'm here with Sally Lebig, Erik Griffin, Enrique Chacon. I'm Trai Love, and you've been watching Life is Hard.
Laugh it off.
Be sure to comment, subscribe, and share. Till the next time. Peace.
All right.
Good job, guys.
Good job. That was awesome.
We're going to change out, and then anyone in any restroom breaks? Oh, hey, let's take the picture. Let's take the picture before Sally have to get out of here.
Yeah, but see, that's how old are you? Yeah, that's not gonna work. No, see, I wish you would have told me that
Mike.
on it, because you. Yeah. Single at 40. That's how that works.
We taking a picture?
Man, I did thought you was like 5'6" though.
Huh? Oh. All right, hold on. I got you. Beautiful white phone now. She can put a picture on my phone.
Netflix.
Click. Don't swipe. Don't swipe.
All right.
All right, y'all. 1, 2, 3. Cheese it up.
Margaritas.
Laugh it off.
Laugh it off.
Sweet.
Somebody
Thank
pay my parking
you.
ticket.
I got everything.
Again, it was so nice meeting
Pleasure.
you. Thank you so much for being here.
No problem.